Hey everyone, welcome to the Big Fitness Show, take two of episode number 40. My name is Stevie Richards, almost up to 200 pounds.
Heck
Not
yeah,
quite
dude.
Big Stevie Cool. I am now, what is it, medium or medium Big Stevie Cool. Joined by big, truly big Mike Behrens. How are you doing?
I am a little bit bigger than 200 pounds last I checked, but
Taller than me too, man. I can't wait till we get a picture together to see what a midget I look like.
Nah. I'm glad that you're getting back up to 200 pounds though. That's pretty awesome because you were down. What was your lowest?
180. Maybe
Oh,
under
man.
180 because I couldn't get out of a wheelchair to weigh myself. So I could have been in the 170s. Yeah.
Dang,
Crazy.
dude. Yeah.
It was when I made the What Happened video, which came up in my feed somehow, it was 7 or 8 months ago. So we're not
geez.
even close to a year since that happened. And I told you every morning when I work out, it never escapes me how blessed I am to have what I have and be able to work out and even test out products. And I got the compliment from people saying that I was never sick in the first place. So I know I'm back to normal, which is great. Even though there's many months left for the fusion and stuff like that. But man, thank God I got great companies too. We talk about I'm sitting in a chair from Anthro's chair, have lots of fitness companies like Teeter and other places that have reached out to support this road to recovery with their products. And it's a great collaboration thing where there's a story behind the content. So it's awesome. So, we're going to talk about some brands that we recommend in today's episode. Episode 40 is about the most affordable, we feel is the most affordable and highest quality fitness products. I'm going to go under 100. You one up me. That's a thing in pro wrestling. You one up me because your stuff is not even about $30.
Well, it wasn't on purpose. It was just like, what would if I was going to buy some affordable gifts for Christmas or some products to purchase to give as a gift, or just if I was starting my fitness journey, what were things that I would purchase? And these are things that I've actually purchased, right? So like I started looking at them and it just worked out that only one of the 5 that I have is over $30. So it really was an affordable thing of, you could buy damn near all of these because most of them, the one I'm looking at right now is $17 on Amazon. So it's pretty cheap. You could probably get all the things for $100 with the list that I have. So I'm excited to talk about this because it's in the home gym space that both of us have and that both of us are in the fitness world. It's what can we do, make it affordable, actually get started on our fitness journey so that barrier to entry for fitness isn't as high. And some of the things that you can do, people don't even think about, oh, that'd be a simple piece of equipment that I could get a lot of mileage out of down the road. So I'm excited to talk.
Yeah. And
I wasn't trying to one up you.
You did a great job. And that's what I want. I want people to look at the more affordable stuff. I kind of went towards the 100, but once again, there's some products in my top 5 list that you could combine. And also one of them is a program where you can follow. It has the workouts and nutrition. So there's a lot of value in that you can redo over and over again. By the way, speaking of nutrition, congratulations. The two-headed monster now, a certified CrossFit, certified NASM nutrition coach now. It's awesome.
Yeah, I just, for those of you wondering what Stevie's talking about, I just finished and completed my certified nutrition coach. I don't know if there's no personal information on there, so it's no big deal. But it's through NASM, National Academy of Sports Medicine, certified sports nutrition coach. Passed my test last night, so pumped for it. Excited.
Awesome, man. Congratulations. And the best part, my favorite part, is the CrossFit certification. The nutrition coach certification is going to lead to you being an information source on YouTube. So not just with X Endurance, excellent products, check it out, but also you're going to share your story of CrossFit, your journey. You're going to share your story as a certified nutrition coach. And also what I really love and where we kind of align up, you're going to be transparent and show your flaws, shortcomings, and the things that you're doing wrong that you need to correct. And that's going to be very, very inspirational people out there.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope it is. I just need to get my act together and start putting out some more content for people.
No, I keep pushing you every day. Even though I say I'm not pushing you, I'm pushing you. And if you want people to want to fight each other in the comments, you review the X3 bar system. That's the easiest way.
That's
The
a good
easiest
idea.
way to get people. Nobody's in the middle. I think I'm the only person in the middle.
Oh,
Everybody else is on either side, but we're gonna have that review coming up soon. I've been documenting the journey. But this is
been
going to be
good.
the opposite of that. That's a pretty expensive piece of equipment.
Sure.
Today's episode is going to be everything from free up to $100, and you can combine a few, maybe all of Mike's, to still be under $100. So this is like the Bizarro Superman version of the X3 bar.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So let's get into it. I mean, we've kind of prefaced it close enough or long enough that we're going to go over the top 5 things that we'd say. And so these are in no order for me. I don't have them in specific order. But these are just 5 things that I think would be super affordable. And my first pick was something that people might not really instantly go to.
Can I stop you for a second?
Yeah.
Can I stop you? I think before we go into that, we both have talked about the free version that we both agree with, but there's a lot of caveats when it comes to finding workouts, finding exercises, finding fitness content on YouTube, because you can find some great stuff, but man, you got to work for it. And you might find one workout that's great, but it's not a program. It's not for the long fitness journey. And then if you find the wrong person that seems like they know what they're talking about, because there's lots of them out there, and then gives you bad workout advice, you get hurt.
Right.
Is it worth it for free to do that? But it is a free resource for a lot of stuff. You just have to really search and work for the quality stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So the joint one and the free one that doesn't cost you a dime is YouTube. Just use YouTube for your fitness journey to get tips and tricks and things to do to get on a path towards health. So with the equipment though, my first one, I'm going to share my screen so everybody can see what I'm talking about here, is I went a little counter. You see that?
I see it.
Yeah. So I went a little counter to what you would instantly think. And I did a grip strength. And because I feel like a grip strength tool, a grip strength kit, I actually have, I don't know if it's this exact one, but I have the kit that has the different things that you can do for grip strength, because I really feel that grip strength is something that is super important. And on Amazon right now, this is $17. So it's super cheap. You get a kit of the old like vice grip squeezer thing. And then there's some like almost like a stress ball. And then there's individual finger strengtheners. And then what I like about this specific kit is you can see, for those watching the YouTube version of the podcast, there's like almost like a brass knuckle looking thing, and it's the opposite direction. So instead of squeezing in, it's opening your hand. And so then it helps with the open, instead you start with your hand squeezed in and then you stretch it open, and it helps work the opposite direction. Instead of squeezing all the time and only working the squeeze, you're working the extension too. And that's why I like this grip strengthening kit. So for me, that's a super easy one that you can give to somebody starting out or purchase for yourself and make your hands stronger so that you can lift more weights, do more things, and just have better grip strength.
That would be essential. And by the way, I've seen individual things like the finger stretcher thing, and I've seen the squeezer, and all those individually have been more than the Fit Beast spray you just featured.
Yeah.
For $17. Some of them are $20 each when you have to buy them a la carte. So that's actually, I think that'd be great, because one of the things that I have so much trouble with is not so much because of my back, but my grip strength on pull-ups.
Yeah.
That would really help with that. And then the extension, if you're arthritic, well, like we are probably with our hands from years of wrestling. So that would really stretch out the tendons and make sure you don't end up getting like the claw. Yeah, most people arthritis do. So that's a great one.
Right.
I'm gonna go with another Amazon.
Real quick, let me show you one more thing on this. So right here, what I like about this is it's got a dial on it. So for this grip strength for the squeezer, you can actually adjust the resistance on it. So you can take it from 10 kilograms to 60 kilograms of pressure when squeezing. So it's a great way to build progressively. If your grip strength's really weak right now, this might work perfectly for getting started, but then it also has room for growth too. So anyway.
Hey, you can pick my favorite color is blue, so I don't know what your favorite color. Hey, but if that means something, it all comes in a little carry bag too, so you're not going to lose that stuff. That's an excellent choice, man. I'm jealous already.
Yeah.
So Mine is an Amazon one too. And if you bring up the resistance bands, very simple. I'm a resistance band guy. I got my programs. So the resistance bands, I
Yeah.
don't know what brands you would recommend, Mike. I recommend usually Dynapro is what I have in the SRF store, but Lifeline's a really good brand. I would definitely go with one that the latex. Now, here's a warning: latex allergies. You really might have to pay a lot more to get one that doesn't have latex.
Sure.
Here's a little fun fact that I found out about the X3 bar when I was starting to review is a lot of those places like X3, Harambe, and other ones that have high quality power bands, they get theirs from I can't pronounce the Philly accent, Sri Lanka.
Ah.
So the companies that use higher quality bands for some reason will put in the description that's where they come from.
Mm.
So, but if even if they don't, like Dynapro has a lifetime warranty on the bands. If you break a band and then you send them a picture, they'll send you out a band. You don't have to send the one broken back to them. So eventually all these bands are going to lose their elasticity. They're going to break, they're going to snap, they're not going to last forever. And if you get a lifetime warranty, you essentially buy once, cry once, or if it's 15, $20, you're not crying at all. So yeah, that's the brand I recommend. That's what I have in the store. And they
Yeah.
have been great. D handle bands, power bands, good door anchor. You know, you can get that one. And also, if you pair that up, I didn't officially say that, they have metal D handles on Amazon to pair with the power bands. I recommend that over even the basic D handle bands if you can afford it.
Sure.
So a good set of like metal hook bands or hook handles that you can put power bands in.
Yeah.
Dude, you're going to get a workout off of those two things.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, resistance bands are definitely a big thing, and I knew that you would pick resistance bands, so I also picked resistance bands, but I did a different set of resistance bands compared to the traditional set of resistance bands. Most resistance bands are the super long ones that have the different thicknesses and stuff. I went with the hip opener resistance bands. The shorter strength. They're for the legs. You put them around your knees, you put them around your hips to help. A lot of women will use these to help build their booties because that's a thing you can do with the different movements and stuff. But these are great for opening up the hips, creating hip strength. And I loved this. I have a set of these, not this exact set, but I have a set that I use to just get my hips open, my hips stronger, because I have trouble with my hips being tight all the time. And so working on my hip strength has always been something that's been important. And there's a lot you can do for warming up, different resistances with these. I really like a set of resistance bands. If you're going to do the traditional set of resistance bands, then this set of resistance bands would be a good option as well. Plus you can get a whole set for $20. So it's not going to break the bank. And there's a lot you can do. It's not just for legs. You can do arm stuff with it as well, if you could only afford one set of the resistance bands. So that's why I knew you were going to pick resistance bands. Yeah. So I had to do the same, but just go a little different and hit both sides of it.
Bring that picture back up again of the girl working out in the four different ways for the band. I want to point something out.
Yeah.
See, if you buy these for $20, then you can afford a pair of shoes when you go to work out because she has no shoes on.
Yeah, there's definitely no shoes in.
I would not recommend working out with socks on a floor if you're trying to actually, you're gonna fall flat on your ass. So please don't do that. That's bad.
If you're listening to the audio version of the podcast, go to YouTube and check out what we were just laughing about.
Yeah, I mean, smart idea with the hip bands, bad idea with socks on the floor. I don't know what you know, mountain climbers too in the freaking picture, right? Now, that's awesome. But I would say, I know, Nitpicker's Guide to Star Trek, that's one of my favorite books. But when I look at that too, like if I tend to sometimes when I do any like RDLs, deadlifts, any hip hinging movements, or even squats, I have a tendency to let my knees collapse in. These hip bands could keep you with the isometrics to keep those knees over the toes, especially if you're 45 degrees. That doesn't look like Jesus. No. I don't know what that's like the girl with the socks. Yeah. But it's excellent to keep your lower body engaged, not just for doing the to specific hip or butt movements, but lower body movements, or even a plyo. If you want to really make sure that you have the right distance, hip distance apart or wider when you're doing that, that'll make sure, because if it's loose, it's just going to fall. So you have
Right.
to kind of keep that engaged.
Yeah. Yeah. No, the hip resistance bands are great.
All right, I'm going to go with the next one with, oh, you got to, oh, you, no, we won. It's my turn.
It's your turn.
CT.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. I'm going to go with Pocket Monkey 2, just at a price cut. This here, if you're familiar with TRX, suspension training, any of that stuff, this thing here, I carried this on so many road trips on independent wrestling, did workouts in the hotel room, did workouts in the locker room. It's basically a TRX. It's a suspension trainer, a body weight trainer. It's $57. So once again, here we go, Mike. $57 for this, $19 or $20 for a resistance band or even the hip band. Then another $17 for the grip strengthener. You're still under $100.
Yeah. Yep. No, it's pretty affordable. Don't tell me you can't do fitness, because it's pretty affordable.
Yeah, it's a matter of whether you want to do it or not. But you know,
Yeah.
you invest that into that. Even if you just do the Pocket Monkey 2 and you buy that, they actually do have an app with a program with workouts and all that stuff. So essentially, you're getting a guided program with that, and it's really well done. If you check out the app, it's free, but some of them are behind a paywall. But if you buy this, you get access to the actual program behind the paywall.
Yeah, no, that's good. So this Pocket Monkey just it's like a TRX system. So it just hooks up and then you connect to it. So this piece here, right, is where you attach it to whatever stability you're attaching it to. And then these are the TRX bands, if I'm
Yeah,
understanding
the
correctly.
door anchors to the left, and then you
Okay.
hook that, and they have little hooks in there, so that door anchors at the bottom of that. Then you pick the hook where the two black lines are, where you want to put it, and then you can just adjust it via those, where the monkey logo is. You can adjust the length of it with that, and it
Cool.
fits in that little pouch.
Wow. All right. I might actually have to buy this, because I've been thinking about some TRX bands, because I don't have any, but for $57, I mean, hell, that's a great deal.
Now you're not going to get, you're not, for a tall guy like you, TRX has more length in the straps and more
Oh,
length in the anchor. This is truly a portable. Now, it was fine
sure.
for me, but you might be a little borderline with it.
Okay.
And Dan and Dave are great people. Dan's an awesome dude, recovering from a torn pec not too long ago. So
Okay.
he's a good dude.
Well, I was thinking about it for my wife too, so having something like this, I think, would be good to use, because I have some rings that I can hook up, but they're involved to hook up, where this, I feel like I could just, clip and let go and not have to worry about it. So
The
I
only,
might have to pull the
caveat,
trigger.
the only caveat around the Pocket Monkey, and you get it with the TRX or any suspension trainer of rings, is you can get that chafing on your
Sure.
arm. It kind of rubs up against your arm. So if you're wearing long sleeve shirts, you're fine. The
Okay.
short sleeve or nothing, you're gonna feel a little bit. But that's just suspension training.
All right. Cool. Very cool. I like that. I like that a lot. I remember seeing it on a video that you did, where you did some affordable gifts or something like that on your fitness channel. But now that I'm looking at it a little more, it seems a
And
little
I
more
have full
intriguing.
workout reviews on the fitness channel too, where I went outside
Oh
and
yeah.
used it out by the pool. I even used something called a Monkey 360, which is a ball you put weights in, called like mass cord thing, and you can do all sorts of interval training and stay. It was awesome. They have
Very cool.
bungee cords. It's probably a little over. It might be 99 for that, but
Okay.
that could be under $100 too.
Nice. Very cool. Okay. All right. Well, next one, my third pick for fitness equipment, affordable fitness equipment. Again, these are something I have. Ankle weights. I thought ankle weights would be just a great way to add some resistance. You from a beginner standpoint, they're a great thing to do. They're a great way to add resistance. They're a great way to work your core. You can put them on your legs, do all kinds of stuff, but create just a little extra added resistance. You can start with walks. I'm a big advocate for people starting out in their fitness journey, just starting walking, just starting moving your body, just doing body weight movements. And ankle weights, a good set of ankle weights, is a great way to add some resistance to it, so that you're pushing yourself a little bit. Like, you can't just continue to do the same. You got to push a little bit to help grow, to help build muscle. And a good set of ankle weights 10 pounds per, but they're adjustable. So you can take the little sandbags out. You can see that they have an adjustment here where you can adjust it, put 1 pound in. Each one of these is 1 pound, and then you can adjust it so that you have a different level of resistance for your ankle weights. And I just thought it would be a easy, inexpensive thing for somebody to add to get started. And then, if you ankle weights, if you wanted to put them around your arms, you can do that. If you want to put them around your wrists, if you wanted to just lift with them, you could do that as well. So they're a good little tool for an inexpensive price. And look, Amazon's got a coupon, so you can even save some money on it that way.
Nice. Let me ask you a question. By the way, that's 5 pounds per, so it's not 10 pounds per thing.
Yep, right.
Is the jury out on whether these ankle and wrist weights? Because there was a time where everybody was using them running on the treadmill and doing whatever. Sure. And then there was a time when they said they destroy your ankles and wrists with joint pain and stuff like that. That's why I steered clear of them after a while. So what do you think about that?
I use them and I haven't had any issues. So, but tough. I use them.
But you're tough.
Yeah. That's a good point. I am tougher than the average bear. I will say that.
I'm a sissy.
No, I don't know. To answer your question, I don't know the issues there. I've never really heard anybody complain about that, but I haven't looked into it enough to know either way. I use them though, and so like I'll use them for core stuff if I'm doing leg raises, doing knee raises, hanging knee raises, things like that, just to add a little bit of extra. The ones that I have are 10 pounds each leg, so that each set is 10 pounds. But I mean, I haven't experienced any issues with them to your point of the joint pain at all. So I don't know, but I'm not saying that that's not a real thing.
Yeah, just bringing it up because somebody that's just starting out working out or walking or doing cardio may not have the proper form, and it might do more damage than good.
Yeah, that's right.
When you do that. So,
sure.
Yeah, just a caveat there, but it's an excellent way to add resistance to certain body weight exercises and other things you want to do or cardio. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I have a much more expensive thing if you're going to put them on, shadow box with them, which I don't recommend.
Yeah.
I don't recommend with wrist weights to use shadow box.
No, probably not a good idea. All right. What's next for you?
Well, next for me, we're talking about, got my turkey my turkey's in the oven.
Oh, nice.
That's not, nobody's pregnant. I actually literally have a turkey up on it Aldi. So my thing too is I want people to have the proper instruction and all the tools that they need. I have a resistance band training program, which I feel like is excellent, but it is missing the nutritional stuff because the nutrition, being a certified coach now, it can be a rabbit hole that you can get wrong with everybody, get right, whatever. It's just a toss up. Everybody's different. But I believe one program that really addresses everything in the most basic level is the Athlete X programs. Jeff Cavalier has a great YouTube channel, lots of instructions. So the support is there, the face of the programs. He's not to call somebody else out, he's not a V-Shred where it literally just gives you that and their support sucks. They've never answered one of my emails when I bought their thing years ago. So I want to just give you, Jeff is the exact opposite. Jeff has, supplements and stuff, but this site, I wish I could build Stevie Richards Fitness like this. Look at the setup wizard, choose your program. All that stuff is great. And his programs have lifetime access. You can access it online. It guides you through the workouts. It guides you through the meal plans and all that stuff. It's really great. I have AX1. I have AX online. But if you say, hey, listen, I don't have any weights or I can't afford bands or anything like that, they also have a body weight program, only your body weight. So it's really, really great stuff. And the fact that you can look at their Zero Athlete Zero right there, body weight training.
Cool.
So you can see a meal plan included, has the body weight exercises, has it's a 45-day program. You can keep going like back and forth with it. So you have a 90-day guarantee. Let's see, I think it's $97, I believe. Oh, there you go. They dropped it. Yeah. $80. They dropped it.
Nice.
So then you even have an annual $160 for everything, but that's over the thing. I would buy a singular program, go with that. You could do this for a year and be fine.
Sure.
That's great. Good. So
That's
that's where I
good.
go. I thought it was 97. Pleasant surprise. They dropped the price to 80.
Oh,
So
that's
you could
awesome.
still buy D-handle bands or something like that. Or if you want to buy push-up stands off Amazon or something like that, you're ready to go for under $100.
Yeah, oh, that's good. Yeah, programs are definitely something that are worthwhile investment. And like you just said, I would encourage you to buy them outright, buy the whole program instead of doing the monthly subscription, just so you have it, right? Because you're gonna end up paying more over the long run. And if you just buy the program, you have it, and then you're done, and you can keep it forever that
Yeah,
way.
we'll do an episode on subscriptions. What are the best and the worst? And
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
all in all, I'm just not a huge fan of. Yeah, write that down. Yeah, I'll forget in 2 minutes.
I will.
Mike's the best at putting into the shared Apple Notes.
Yeah, I
I
will.
look at that too, man. You and I are the same, even with, especially with tech stuff. I hate paying subscriptions. I'd rather
Yeah,
just buy. I understand they need to. We'll go in that in the dedicated episode. They need to cover their overhead, but there's a way where I
sure.
feel like they just feel like it's a better income model for them, and that's
Oh,
fine.
sure.
But I'm glad Jeff gives you the option of buying it once and you're done, or the
Yeah.
subscription, because I can still access my programs, and I bought mine probably like, man, it's got to be like 8 years ago.
Oh, wow.
I could still get online. It's there. The meal stuff, the video, they give you video instruction, and then you go to his YouTube channel or email him, and the support is there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good. That's good. All right. Yeah, we'll definitely do that in another episode. I wrote it down. So we got it.
Thank you.
Next pick of mine. This is
I
my
wasn't
fourth.
telling you. I asked you. I wasn't giving you orders or anything. I'm sorry.
Hey, you're the job man. I just show up
No, I'm
show up
not.
to work. All right. So my next pick is another, again, simple thing that I actually use is a jump rope. I think a jump rope is a great option. It's a great tool for people to use. This one, I looked it up. I don't have this specific one, but what I like about it when I was looking at it is it's adjustable. So you can adjust the length. It comes with two different sizes of the ropes so that there's different weights to it. So depending on what you want to do and where you're at with your experience as a jump roper. And it's only $20, and the handles are really cool. And the way the handles swivel, it's not like one of those old plastic cheap jump ropes that you had in grade school and stuff. Like, this is a real deal, good handles, good grip. And for $20, you can do a lot with a jump rope. And so I just really liked this option and what you can do here. And I think it's very affordable. It's a great gift for a stocking stuffer. It's a great gift to just give someone. Like, my wife's family, we do like a grab bag with all the adults, and we spend between 20 and $30. This would be a great thing to put in there and give to somebody who's interested in fitness and just have, so they can get going on their fitness journey. And so that's why I picked a jump rope.
Yeah, I knew you were going to do that, just like you knew I was going to pick resistance bands. I have a jump rope called a cross rope. It's $99. You got to be really into jump rope.
Sure.
But this one's a better deal. You know why? You got two different thicknesses of rope. So
Yeah.
if one breaks, or if you want to switch and go to a weighted rope for a more of a strength training type of jump rope session, that can't be beat. I mean, just regular jump rope. And you're right. That spinny thing with the metal end is so much better of a design than the old ones we had to grow up with.
Right.
They were terrible, but
Yeah.
that's great. And once again, jump rope, $20.
Yeah.
The hand strengthener, $17. A resistance band, $20. The hip band, another $20. So it's like $80. It's under $100 for all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't go over it. You have everything you need for how many weeks, months, or even years you could be carrying that around.
Right. Yeah. It's all stuff that in the process of building my home gym, those are all things that I've purchased because I can spend $20 and I can add that new set of stuff to my routine. Right. And in CrossFit, everything's changing all the time. So you have different variations that you can do by utilizing different things. And so let's take that same approach to everything else. Is you have these different implements that you can add for cheap to make it so that you're doing different workouts and give yourself a million different options.
Yeah. I'm going to change I'm on my fifth pick right now, right?
No, this is four for you.
This is four.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to add a little one I just thought of because we were talking about resistance training and stuff.
Yeah.
But let me save it for last because I think I changed it up. I'm going to go with another program, and
Okay.
it's from a company that switched to subscription on demand. I'm not a fan. You're not a fan, but I really do believe it. If you can go to eBay or another site and
Mhm.
buy a used copy of the P90X program,
Yeah.
you're gonna do great. You buy that used, you can combine it with a resistance band. I mean, you're talking about $90. They used to be 120, 130. That's P90X2. I don't recommend. I recommend the first one. All right, there's a
Okay.
13 disc up to $27.
Yeah.
I would go with the first one because the third and the second are kind of convoluted. But the standard P90X right there,
There
are
you
you
go.
pick. You have to do your research. Obviously, it's eBay. If you can buy all of these, say 13 for $2 a piece, that's 26, $27. You just can't go wrong.
Yeah.
I did P90X when I was in TNA and I was about as shredded as I could be. It was P90X with just resistance bands and body weight and also doing DDP yoga.
Mm.
Those were two things I did in my TNA run when I have that 8x10. I wish I could replicate today, but I wasn't dieting the healthiest. I was just no carbs, all shakes, but it was not healthy. But I got down to 192 pounds. So
No.
without the infection, but I would look on eBay, look for used stuff
Yeah.
like even used equipment, as
Yeah.
long as and use PayPal, because if you're a seller, it works against you. But as a
Mhm.
buyer, you're protected. If you don't get everything you were promised,
Yeah.
they'll give you your money back and you can send whatever's back to the seller.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's good. And along those lines, you don't have the same protection that you do as a buyer. But Facebook Marketplace is actually a good place to get used fitness equipment too. Like we both are fans of the air bikes, the
Mhm.
old Schwinn bikes and stuff. I bought mine for $90. And like that's a great piece of equipment for $90 that I got on Facebook Marketplace. I bought it from some guy who his mom had it in the basement and hadn't been used in 30 years. But it was still in great shape, still worked, and he just wanted to get rid of it. He didn't know the value of it because it's actually it should sell for closer to like $200. But I saw it and I was like, I got to go buy this right now. So I got it for $90. So Facebook Marketplace is a good place to look for used equipment too. Again, don't have the same protections as you would with eBay though.
Well, yeah, and don't meet somebody at 2 a.m. in the back of a Costco parking lot to
Yeah,
get
probably
that air bike.
not,
No,
probably not a good idea.
or hello, dear, could you PayPal my prince in Nigeria and then get it back?
Oh gosh.
It's another one. It can be part of the top five. You'd be shocked. The total gyms on
Mm,
Facebook Marketplace, you can get those for under $100, and they're usually
yeah,
$1,500 or
yeah.
more, brand new. But if you just buy it off Facebook Marketplace, and then there's third parties where you could replace the wheels and the cables and have a better experience for
Mhm.
under $100, dude, that's a good find if you can find it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. That was the third party replacement stuff and wheels and dollies and things like that. Like I was gonna put that on my list. There's a cable attachment set that I bought that was like $60, but I have a squat rack already. And if you don't have a squat rack, then it's irrelevant to buy that. So I didn't put it on the list, but that would be like my little asterisk for number 6. If you already have a squat rack or something like that, then a cable attachment thing with a bar and to do pull downs and things like that would be a good thing to purchase. But for my final pick, for my 5th pick, I went a little bit different than just pure fitness equipment, because involved with your fitness is nutrition. And in honor of my test that I took last night, I picked a nutrition focused thing, which is just a meal bag. I think meal bags are great because if you're on the go, it's a great way to keep your meals organized. Meal prep, if you're meal prepping, you can have this. Just pick a bag that is carries your meals, keeps them cold, has a place for a shaker bottle, has a place for a water bottle, and is a good thing that you can use to help keep yourself on track. This bag has even little ice packs that go in there that you can throw in that are good to use. I have a bag, the old bodybuilding brand 6-pack bags. I have one of those
Yeah.
that came with ice packs. It carries 3 meals plus place for shakers, plus and it's a very specific meal prep bag. And when I was on the road all the time for work as a salesman, like I would take that bag with me and I'd have my meals with me. I could stop at a gas station, use the microwave to warm it up, or if I went to the stores that I would go visit, a lot of times they'd have a microwave in the back and I had a good enough relationship. I could get them to warm it up for me. But a meal prep bag, I think, is a great gift for somebody who's trying to hit their fitness goals. It's not something that you absolutely have to have. So it's a great convenience. It's a great convenience, but you can get it with a cooler bag, whatever. But the meal prep bag would be a good gift for somebody, because you're probably not going to go buy it for yourself. But if you wanted to give somebody a nice thing to use to help keep them on their fitness journey, I thought the meal prep bag was a good option for that.
No, what's funny is my wife has been trying to meal prep and she throws all the stuff in her huge like shoulder bag. I think I'm going to get her this one.
Well, so there's this one, but then there's backpack versions too. So for somebody who would rather have a backpack, those are good, because I like those, because you can still have the backpack and you can have the meal prep. So like, this is great for meals. Plus it's got the backpack space at the top,
Yeah.
There's a ton of different options on Amazon. I don't know. I can't speak to the quality of this one because I haven't tried it. And this one's a little pricier.
Well, here's what I would say. I'm a backpack person. My wife is not. What I would say is 6-pack bags, I believe, because I had a couple of them.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And the quality was crap on the ones I had. It ripped very easily. And I paid $129 for each one.
Yeah, they weren't cheap.
That Bear Complex, you're at least taking a chance on something that's more than 50%, more reasonable. That's not, we don't know if it's cheaper material or whatever, but for $60, that's a pretty easy buy-in, especially if you're giving it to somebody as a gift. Or like, wow, that's a really nice gift, but you're not breaking your bank doing that. And you're helping somebody make that effort to become healthier, live longer, all that stuff. So it's one of the more thoughtful gifts in this. I think that's the sleeper hit of our picks.
That's the
best one.
Yeah.
All right, my fifth one is not as good, but I think it's I think this goes in line with, like, you can get everything you need out of this one thing. If you could do me a favor, go to the Teeter website, Teeter, like Michael Jackson, Tee. No, different. Teeter.
Could you do that again for me, please?
Tee. Against the rose. Remember that meme was going around for a while? All right. Go to strength. Yeah, you get everything here at the Big Fitness Show. You notice that?
Yep. Yeah.
All right. Teeter Bell. Not Teeter Ball.
Okay.
Jesus, that'd be something.
Yeah.
All right. Click on that.
It's loading. There we go. Eventually my internet will work and will be loaded.
The big reveal of the picture is becoming very soon. I have this in the garage gym. I have to review it. But basically, this thing can do just about everything in a 10 or 6 or 10 pound dumbbell. So if you want to do unilateral training, even it has grips, so you can do like kettlebell swings, other stuff. The quality of this Teeter bell is amazing for $53. So they also have workouts. They have instruction. So if you want to follow along with stuff, Teeter provides that for you. So, you get a workout app, you get the Teeter bell. I think Teeter's one of the best brands out there, not just for inversion. I got the Teeter Power 10 for cardio. They have recovery devices. But this here, for somebody who just wants to work out at home, have one little piece of equipment and do everything they need, I think this is a sleeper hit as well.
Yeah. No, that's cool. What's the weight on it? How much does it weigh?
6 or 10 pounds. I have the 10-pound one in the garage gym.
Got it. Yeah, that would be great.
So you can do curls, you can do triceps, you can do one-arm chest presses, you can hold it on the ends and do chest presses, you can do pullovers with it, you can do all sorts of stuff.
Very cool. Oh, that's a good pick too.
I think that's my fifth pick right there. But I think the bag combined with that's the other thing. You could use that bag if you're not putting meals in it for the things like the ankle weights or the hip bands or the grip strengthener, all sorts of stuff. You can combine these into very usable combinations.
Yeah, that's what I liked about all of our picks were small footprints. They don't take up a lot of space, so they're good for wherever you're at. If you're working out in your apartment, if you're working out in a garage gym, if you're on the go in a hotel room, whatever it is, I think even
in the studio, our studios, you can fit in a corner right there.
Yep. Yeah, no, I think that's, so when you're figuring out what to purchase, and these are all great, good gift ideas. We'll put them in the show notes. We'll have them in the description. We'll have links to all this stuff so you guys can use those. Most likely there'll be affiliate links, just so you can support the channel. But we'll put our best options. We'll go through and make sure we got the best ones for the resistance bands and things like that we think would be a great option for you to get started with. And just figure out what works for you, and find out who on their fitness journey, where they're at, and what's going to be that little thing that you can add if you're giving it as a gift. But if you're buying it for yourself, these little things can help with your foundation of your beginning strength and getting you started on your path towards long-term health and wellness.
Yeah, like you said earlier, there's no excuse.
Sure.
There's no excuse, whether it's financial, time, or anything like that. Time is your life, not just money. Time is your life. So that 10, 20, 30 minutes that you think is I don't know, a chore or a burden, it's just one TV show. You can still put the TV show on while you're working out and just do your thing.
Sure.
So it's not such a big deal. And, like say with the Athlete X, you can follow the videos for the exercise, or you just look at your phone and say, okay, this is what I have up next, and still watch your TV shows you're working out at home.
Yeah.
Multitask.
Yeah. Right. So one more thing before we wrap up. Of the 5 that you picked, which would you have? What would be the first one that you would tell somebody to get of the 5 that you picked?
The Athlete X program.
Okay.
They need it. They need to have direction. They need to have structure, organization, and a program gives you all that. And this program gives you every element, no matter what you pick. If you have no equipment, the Body Weight Zero program. But they all come with nutrition plans. They all come with support. And the YouTube channel is a great resource. So I would say spend the $80 off the bat on that. And if you have the equipment, then buy one of the other programs. And I'm not an affiliate, but Jeff is the best, man. He's one of the best out there.
Yeah, cool. No, that's good. And for me, out of my 5, I would pick the resistance bands. I think those are just a great place to start. I mean, we're both resistance bands guys. We both believe in them, think that they're a great place to get going. So that would be my pick of if you could only do one thing out of the 5, the resistance bands, whether you do the hip ones or just the traditional resistance bands, either one, I think is a great place to start for resistance bands, and starting with just a inexpensive way to get some equipment to further your fitness journey. So.
But the number one point is you got to start.
Yeah.
No matter what, you can buy all these things, but if you don't use them, you're not getting anywhere. You just wasted your money. Even if it is $20, $20 is still $20. If you're not going to get use out of it, it's not worth getting.
Totally. All right. Well, with that, everybody, thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of the Big Fitness Show. We are finally getting back to both of us being big, and that's awesome. That's exciting. Stevie's up to almost 200 pounds. Tune into next week's episode, where we're going to talk about a checklist for the new year and what you should do to get ready to prepare yourself for the new year. And then we'll talk about goals and stuff in the future episodes for the new year as well, to help people get started on their fitness journey. But before myself,
wait a minute. I thought we were going to do the episode. I thought we were going to name names and who's on steroids, who's not on steroids, and make a lot of enemies. I just thought that was all right. I guess not.
No, we can't do that. I'm sorry. It would, as much as that would probably get some views. And
if you have eyesight, we don't have to tell you.
There you go. Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry. I always interrupt you and I try to trip you up at the end and make you laugh.
No,
sorry.
It's good. And you're good. You're very good at that. The only thing that I forgot to say was that if you got some value from this episode, share it with somebody, because they might get some value from it too. And for myself and Big Stevie Cool, this has been the Big Fitness Show, and we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks, everybody.
I think you can tell I'm not on steroids.